Don't count your problems, count your blessings. This is street wisdom. Truth over noise.
Don't count your problems, count your blessings. We dropping jewels in these hard life sessions. Truth in your ear, hope for your pain. Street wisdom kids running through the vein. Real talk only, we don't do guessing. Lessons from the block to your spirit confessing. Don't count your problems, count your blessings. Every scar's proof that you still progressing. From the stoop to the studio, mic to the pavement. Wisdom in the raw, no filter, no fake hits. Brooklyn to the Bronx where the soul still speaks. We preach to the pain and uplift the weak. You lost a few battles, that's part of the climb. But diamonds get formed in the pressure of time. We ain't here to flex, we here to reflect. Put faith in the field where the world show neglect. Truth in the cipher, hope in the loop. God in the bars and the word in the booth. Turn trials to tapes and the hurt to a hymn. Every loss got a light when you look from within. Don't count your problems, count your blessings. We in the trenches, but we still confessing. Faith in the fight and hope in the lesson. Street wisdom podcast, this the true direction. This is Jack.
What's up with it? I am Churchhmusic, your worldly global host from the West Coast. And we're here live on Street Wisdom. Talk to me and I'll talk back. We in the basement of God, live recording. It's official. And thank you for tuning in and logging in. And I would like to say you could have been anywhere across the world, but you're right here with me, Churchhmusic, Street Wisdom. Talk to me and I'll talk back. And it's such a blessing. And we got a lot to talk about and we got a lot to expound on. And one of my listeners wanted me to know, Church, what's the rules of the streets? You know what I'm talking about? And it was a very interesting question, and I said, I got you. You know what I'm talking about? So let's get into it. And I'm going to talk about the 10 rules of street wisdom that they just won't teach you, okay? They just won't teach you. Street wisdom, rules that they just won't teach you, okay? And that's just real talk. You ever notice that how real game ain't in textbooks is nowhere? Okay, it's in the sideways glance, the unspoken deals, the quiet exits before the drama starts. And today on Street Wisdom, I'm going to be breaking down 10 rules of street wisdom that they never teach you in school. You know what I'm talking about? Shit, I had to figure it out the hard way. So it ain't nothing but a comeback. And always know that Churchhmusic, and I'm live and it's going down. Segment 1. Okay. Rule number 1, okay? Never let them see you sweat. What does that mean, Churchhmusic, for those that are listening under the sound of my voice? The moment you panic in life, you lose because you don't have self-control. You know what I'm talking about? You didn't manage your emotions. So the moment you panic, you lose. You know what I'm talking about? I saw a dude in Las Vegas, and this is real spit, get played out of $5,000 because his voice cracked in a negotiation process. You know what I'm talking about? Which means that confidence is currency, okay? Never get it twisted. His voice cracked. You gotta be head on when you talking real business and you litigating and motivating and you negotiating to get that paper. Confidence is currency. For those that are listening under the sound of my voice. You know what I'm talking about? And for my listeners, give me a call or a DM and let me know how where you had to remain cool under pressure. And how did that work for you? You know what I'm talking about? And the best one I'll talk about next week on the show. And let's keep it all the way real. Rule number 2, haters gonna hate you for whatever you do. But free advice is the most expensive, you know what I'm talking about? Because if someone's eager to help you, ask, what you selling? What is this, a free startup kit? You know what I'm talking about? Or it's probably a scam, the hookup, or you better believe there's some nature where some strings are attached. You know what I'm talking about? So we gotta understand that. And again, DM me, share time when you got burned, trust and free game. Okay? Because there's lessons in the blessing, and outside of the blessing, there's a lesson. You know what I'm talking about? And it's really real like that right here on Street Wisdom. Rule number 3, the art of the strategic exit. Okay? Knowing when to leave is the ultimate power move. We playing chess, not checkers, you know what I'm talking about? Because when it's time to leave, whether it's a party or a gathering or a concert or a career corporate job or a relationship or a special relationship or a decent friendship, you know what I'm talking about? If the vibe is off, ghost before it gets messy. You know what I'm talking about? Ghost before it gets messy. Because there's situations where women are going through verbal abuse, physical abuse. You know what I'm talking about? But the ultimate power move is knowing when to leave. That career job that you've been working for 30 years in your life, and they gave the promotion to someone else, or they shortchanged you on your promotion. You know what I'm talking about? But having the courage and knowing when to leave is the ultimate power. You know what I'm talking about? And I want to share something, and I want to give a challenge for this week. Practice walking away from one thing that doesn't serve you. Okay? Walk away from one thing that doesn't serve you, your purpose, or your principal nature of life. You know what I'm talking about? And it's really real like that. Segment 2. Let's talk about this. Rule number 4. Okay? Money talks, but silence pays. What are you talking about, Churchhmusic? Money talks, but silence pays. Absolutely right. Because we know that the loudest person in the room is the weakest. Let me break that down for you real slow. The loudest person in the room is the weakest. Real players observe first, then we strike. We look around. We pay attention. We read the room. We look at what's happening on all levels. We look at who's the executive decision maker. We look at who got the money. Okay? How you close the deal by listening instead of pitching. Because the word of God says you got one mouth to speak and 2 ears to listen. And you should be listening to Churchhmusic right now on Street Wisdom. Talk to me and I'll talk back. Rule number 5, and I want you to think about this. Loyalty in this day and age in the 21st century has no price tag. I stand on loyalty, you know what I mean? If I ain't got no loyalty, it just ain't, if it ain't. Loyalty gets thrown out the door, sir. Because loyalty has a price tag. Loyalty does have a price tag. Everybody's loyal till the rent is due, partner. Trust actions and not words on all situations with no hate. You know what I'm talking about? And it's all the way real. Right here with Churchhmusic. Let's keep it all the way in the mix. Rule number 6. The friendly test. No new friends. You remember from Drake? We don't do new friends. Okay? Just because you help a friend don't mean he gonna help you. Okay? If someone's too friendly too fast, check this out. They're either desperate or dangerous. Okay? Which means use wisdom in all things with executive decision making with your life. If someone's just, what's up? Can I do this for you? Or, ooh, I would love to be there for you. Or, and it's just like, come on, it's a little uncomfortable, okay? But if someone's too friendly, too fast, they're either desperate or dangerous, okay? Stay dangerous, and I'm talking right. Church music for real. Stay dangerous. Rule number 7, always have a go bag. But what does that mean, Mr. Podcaster? Always have a go bag. In any situation, you think about that. We talk about get the bag, okay? But always have a go bag. That's different from a bag. Simply different. Always have a go bag, which means what? Cash, a burner phone, backup keys. You know what I'm talking about? Always prepare for the worst so you never look desperate. Okay? So you never look desperate. You always have to prepare for the plot. Be in position. Use wisdom in all things. Be ahead of the curve. Work smart, not hard. Keep your mind on heavenly things and not worldly things. Okay? What's in your go bag? For those that are listening under the sound of my voice, are you properly prepared for what's to come? And women, if you have a man or you don't have a man, you want to make sure that you choose a thinking man so that he can respect you and protect you and your family. Okay? It ain't about nothing else for what's to come. Make sure that he's a thinker and that he's a man of God so that he can protect you. Okay? Period. It's very important to know that. Rule number 8. Your reputation, your character, your gender, and who you are. Your reputation is your resume. Okay? Because in these devilish, wicked streets, in these unrighteous streets, in these killer streets, your name is all you got. Protect it like your life depends on it. Because in reality, it does. Your name is everything. So never complain, but maintain and fall to your knees and call upon his name. Your reputation is your resume. Always keep your nose clean and keep your nose sharp, because you never know who's watching. Okay? Rule number 9. And I just want to say thank you so much, radio listeners. Thank you for the ultimate support. We are so grateful that you have become a family member of Street Wisdom. Talk to me and I'll talk back. And we can never be where we are without you. Rule number 9, the 70-30 rule. Give 70% trust up front, but hold 30% in reserve. Okay? In reserve till they prove themselves different. You know what I'm talking about? Give 70 trust up front, but hold 30 in reserve till they prove themselves different. You know what I'm talking about? And it's really real like that. In closing, on Street Wisdom, talk to me and I'll talk back. Rule number 10, the door of no return. Okay? Some bridges, once burned, can never be rebuilt. Choose your exits wisely. Okay? Because, we know that forgiveness is the key to God. It's the key to righteousness. It's the key to saving your life. Forgiveness. Some bridges, once burned, can never be rebuilt because of the betrayal, the letdown. Okay? And I always say, like I said early in the segment, I play chess and not checkers. You know what I'm talking about? In closing, recap for those that are listening or those that are just now joining in. Recap. Rule number 1. Again, never let them see you sweat. Go apply one this week. Okay? Go apply one this week. And call to action again to all my brothers. DM me, email me, Street Wisdom, talk to me and I'll talk back at gmail.com. Or you can follow us on Instagram at Street Wisdom, talk to me. Okay? And understand one thing, the unwritten rule from Street Wisdom. I will shout out the next episode, the best one, okay? Based on letting me know how things work, you know what I mean? And I want you to rate this podcast if you learned something. And remember, I just don't talk at you. I'm Street Wisdom Church Music, and I talk to you and I talk back. Thank you for joining and thank you for listening.